Welcome. That's how we start our podcast here at Overtime Part 2. Welcome to the first episode of Overtime Part 2. If you watch Dude Perfect, you know why we call it that. But today we're going to be going over, talking a little bit about faith-driven entrepreneurship, more specifically Session 6, Episode 6, whatever you want to call it. This episode is over Dude Perfect. If you haven't heard of Dude Perfect, you're living under a rock. Essentially, it's 5 friends that got together, started doing some trick shots, doing some fun stuff with sports, started recording it, threw it on YouTube, and now they're huge. But I'm gonna have Ashton tell you a little bit more about that.
Yeah. So it all started in 2008. 5 friends going to A&M. I don't remember what year they were. But anyways, they were bored, didn't want to study, do their finals, things like that. And so they decided to record themselves doing trick shots, throwing basketballs on the roof and things like that. They ended up posting it onto YouTube. They woke up, I think it had 50,000 views, something like that. They got an email from Good Morning America asking them to do an interview. And from then on, it was just a huge blow up. They have all sorts of different types of videos on YouTube. They are now one of the top 10 most subscribed YouTube channels. They have a podcast called Overtime. They do all kinds of battle videos, trick shot videos, things like that. And yeah, they're just absolutely huge now, thanks to a small video that they thought would be absolutely nothing. So I'm going to hand it off to Malachi. He's going to tell us a little bit more.
Except our Overtime podcast is a little better because we have real mics.
That is true.
We have real mics.
That's very true.
Yeah, this is true. But yeah. Oh, and I know 50,000 views doesn't sound like a lot, right? But back then for YouTube, just starting out, that's like 10 million today, something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, just, talk a little more about what they do, their products and their service. Obviously, they sell merch. A lot of these influencers nowadays, YouTubers, etc., they sell a lot of merch. They got their logo on it. They got, sometimes something that, like a couple words that have something relate to Dude Perfect in this instance. But yeah, sell a lot of merch. They also do tours, so the ticket sales from those tours as well. Sell a lot of that. Those sell out a lot, and I kind of want to go to one.
Yeah. I would love to.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to go. Like a little nostalgia type thing. It's like OG Fortnite coming back. You know what I mean?
No,
yeah,
seriously.
No, for sure.
Seriously.
I was playing that earlier today. Anyway, I'm so serious. But anyways, but yeah, just merch, their ticket sales, obviously the revenue they get from their videos,
they also have like mini hoops and footballs and basketballs, all kinds of different things. I think they actually have a wiffle ball set too. So
yeah, they do. I forgot about that. They have a lot of like sports balls and stuff like that with their logo on them. So that's pretty cool. But I'm gonna hand it over to Greg, and he's gonna talk a little bit more.
Oh, my fault.
Alrighty, so some of the challenges they faced with a friendship. So the whole company's based on 5 guys and their friendship. So say one of them, they don't like each other anymore. Well, it's not going to be the same. So through God, they've been sticking together, and, there's definitely going to be some conflict. 14, 15 years, everybody fights here and there. So it's just getting past that point and staying together. When there is conflict, you got to, take part of it and take ownership of when you're wrong. It's my fault, but we're going to get through it because, this company is based off us. So through that, just through God, and some of the quotes I got were, have ownership that you were wrong, and we sort ourselves. That was quoted by Dude Perfect. And the quote, we sort ourselves, so say me and Ashton were fighting. Like, we're gonna duke it out, and then we're just going to get past it.
We're not going to do that, but...
Well, that's what I got, so I'm going to hand it over to Caleb.
I'm going to be talking about how faith was integrated in the company. And as Greg was saying, their whole company and business is based around friendship. And Tyler, one of the guys, was quoted of saying, "Faith is really the underlying principle and theme behind everything Dude Perfect does." And that in itself shows just their character and how they want to look at everything with a Christ-like attitude. And there are multiple times in Duke Perfect history where that was shown, and they said that the most important thing that we have is faith. And they said that on CNB, and they also own their charity called Dude Perfect Hope Foundation, which I believe helps just people in need and just all types of stuff like that around where they live. And they do bucket list, which is just going to like Africa and other countries, and they make videos about how they help the kids or the families or the villages around places, along with just like stuff that they thought was cool in Africa or wherever they went. So here's
It also helped with food and water, supplies
like
that they need.
making wells and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's Malachi to end it.
Yeah, so thank you, Caleb. That's going to conclude our podcast for today. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like button, it's over there by Greg now. It's like down here. Subscribe. Where's it at, Ashton?
Up here.
Oh, no. You
Up here?
No, you got to, that right
Up
there.
here?
And then, Greg's already on it. That's the notification bell. Yes, sir. Anyways, yeah, so thank you for tuning in today. And we hope to see you guys on the next one.
Give him a little pounded nugget.
Oh, a little pounded noggin?
You wanna do
I'm
it?
gonna have to. Pound it. No.
I didn't do it.
What you doing, bro? Welcome to